Hi everyone, thanks for joining our webinar today. My name is Dan Chappie. I have Tom Johansson with us as well. And we're both presenting from Document Logistics here in Austin, Texas. An overview for our webinar today, we're going to give a quick presentation on how we're helping prosecutors save time in receiving large files from law enforcement agencies and then sharing them with the defense. After the presentation, we'll show a quick demo of how easy it is to upload and share video files. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the question section in the GoToWebinar panel, and then we'll answer those at the end. All of this should take roughly 10 to 15 minutes. So starting off how it works, a quick background on what led us to the new program. Initially, various law enforcement agencies uploaded their case files remotely from their agency into our portal for the prosecutor's office. It would take them a pretty long time to just really sit there and wait for the file itself to upload. And then once it did upload, the law enforcement agencies would simply click save and everything uploaded into the prosecutor office's portal to review. And it was a really time-consuming task, to say the least. And as time went on, we kept hearing how it took forever to upload large video files in particular. So first, we thought it probably has something to do with the size of the file or maybe a lack of internet bandwidth or a combination of both. But more and more agencies were echoing the same sentiments, and we quickly realized that we needed to find a better way. So we created a simple program to replace the manual task of waiting for the file itself to upload into our portal. And I keep using that word portal. If you think of our program as a portal, not only for law enforcement agencies to upload their discovery, but it's also as one digital repository for all your case files, which can then be shared with the defense. In the picture on the screen, it shows a police and sheriff badge. Law enforcement agencies can simply drag their files into the automatic upload folder. And this works similarly to a way that you would create a new folder on your desktop. From there, the software does the rest of the work behind the scenes, meaning there's no need to wait and watch the file itself successfully upload. It'll happen automatically. And on the next screen, I'll explain where the file goes once it's stored in the portal. After the files are uploaded, a receipt will automatically be sent via email to the law enforcement agency, notifying them of what was uploaded. And then from there, the prosecutor's office can review everything and click a button to share it with the defense, all while being CJIS compliant. So an overview of the solution, to expand on the last slide, prosecutors can use our software as one digital repository for all of their case files. And since we can store any size and type, including proprietary files, you have what we call a single source of the truth. Like we said, law enforcement agencies are able to upload their files remotely, which saves everyone time from copying them to and from various types of media like CDs or DVDs or USB. Prosecutors can then review everything that was uploaded into the software and then turn around and share it with the defense. And there's an audit trail that shows a history of every action associated to a file. And this was a game changer for those that deal with defense attorneys who complain that they never received their discovery. There's also an email notification that informs the defense anytime there's a new file added into the cases folder. So from here, we're going to jump into the demo really quickly. I'm going to log in as an administrator from the prosecutor's perspective. You can see over here on the left-hand side that we have 3 different drawers. And in its most simplistic form, if you think of the software as a digital filing cabinet, there's a case files drawer that has all of the cases associated for the prosecutor's office. And you can store any information that you want. For demo purposes, we put defendant last name, first name, agency case number, offense date. And then we have a defense attorney field that you can put unassigned. And when you feel comfortable, you can then assign the defense attorney that you want to the case that is assigned to it. There's a law enforcement case file upload, which all the different law enforcement agencies, like all your different police departments and sheriff's office, will have. And then we have a video upload as well. So this is where they can upload just video files or any other type of file really if they want. And for demo purposes, we made it simplistic. So we put police department and sheriff's office. And there's no files in this folder for the sheriff's office. But I'm gonna open up a WatchGuard video. And I'm also gonna open up our upload folder. I'm simply going to copy. You can drag and drop and paste if you want. And then I'm going to turn this program on, which you normally won't have to do. It'll just be sitting on the server. But for our demo, I just turn it on and off to make it run a little quicker. And so then in a couple seconds here, this video file is going to disappear from this folder. There it goes. And then it's going to automatically show up here in this sheriff's office folder. You can see it just happened a couple seconds ago. And then depending on what process your office prefers, someone from your office or someone from the law enforcement agency can simply cut and then paste it into a folder, or they can make a new case folder if they want. And then once everything is done uploading, again, depending on your process, either the law enforcement agency or someone from your office can change the status. And then this folder is automatically going to go from this case file upload drawer into this case file criminal drawer and create a new case for the prosecutor's office. So if I click into one of these cases here, you can see it stores different types of files, such as like images. There's a proprietary video file, a Genetec video, this is the video player itself. And this is the video file. We have a Word document, an MP4, an MP3, so any type and size of file. There's also a subfolder for work product. If your prosecutors want to put any notes or PowerPoint in there, they can do so, and the defense attorney won't see it. So I'm going to log out and then log back in as a defense attorney assigned to that case. You can see their view is a little bit different. They can only see one case because Dana's only assigned to that one case. And Dana doesn't have access to the subfolder, and she can't delete it or manipulate it in any way. She can export it, which would download to the desktop, or there's a download button, which if it's a larger video file and something happens to that person's internet connection, wherever that file left off, if it was done halfway, it'll pick up where it started when she logged back in and downloaded it again. For common video types such as MP4 or .mov, we can stream them and play them inside the software as well. So if I log back out and log in as an administrator or someone from a prosecutor's office, I can access that same file, and then we can click on the audit trail and show that Dana Baker a couple seconds ago viewed the file from that IP address. And so this is exportable as well. So we said this would take roughly 10 to 15 minutes. We wanted to keep it very high level. I'm going to bring in Tom and ask him if there are any questions. If you have any questions, please feel free to use that questions panel. Tom, do we have any questions here?
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Looks like there are a few questions. And again, if you have questions, like Dan said, just type them in the questions panel. The first question is it true that defense attorney can only see their files?
Yes. Permissions can be set up so that they only see whatever cases they're assigned to.
And the next question is, what case management systems does this integrate with?
We have an open API which is an acronym for the way that two software programs talk to each other. So we have the capability of integrating with anyone else that has an API. We've also, we've integrated with Tyler Technologies, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. But if they don't have an API, there is still the option of integrating different ways as well, where we can push and pull information so that there isn't a lot of manual data entry, just depending on what type of database other programs use.
And then the next question, is there a receipt that the law enforcement agency receives after sending the case to the DA office?
It wouldn't be after sending the case. They receive a receipt whenever a file is uploaded.
Next question, how many users can an agency have in your system?
It just depends. It can be as little as 1 to as many as they need. We have a shared license where you can buy 1 or 2 or however many shared licenses you want. So for example, if we bought one for Tom and I, we can both access the system, but only one of us can access it at a given time. Or you can buy dedicated licenses so that doesn't matter. You can have access whenever you want, as long as you have your own dedicated license.
Next question is, how well does this program work with programs that are not from the police agency? Example, Walmart or Ring?
So for proprietary files, it's just a matter of adding those types of files into our program. So for example, this Genetec video player, we didn't have that as a listed file type. And so it's just going into the back end of the software, adding that extension, which in this case was like a .g64x, and then uploading the file. So it only takes a couple minutes.
I don't see any other questions. Know that we will send the recording link for today's session to you. And of course, if you do have additional questions after the presentation, feel free to reach out to us anytime. With that, I will turn it back to you, Dan, for final comment.
All right, thanks, Tom. Yep, if we can help in any other way, please let us know. And thanks again for joining our webinar this morning. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.